Welcome to the match analysis of match number 44 of IPL 2025. It's DC versus RCB from Arun Jaitley Stadium. We have with us another guest today, Shreyan Venkat. He's been a DC fan for the last 6 years, so he'll give us a lot of insight into the Delhi Capitals team today. Shreyan, do you think there'll be any changes for DC?
No, I feel the team has been well settled this year, so I don't think there's any changes in the team.
Even the fact that Dushmanta Chamira ahead of Mohit Sharma was surprising. Do you think Natarajan will get a chance today?
If he's fit, it's been a mystery why they have paid 10.25 crores for him, but they have still not played him, so we don't know why.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. It's confusing why they've not backed a bowler like Natarajan with the experience that he has. So the obvious play here would be to go for Natarajan. Uh, for RCB, I don't think there'll be any changes. Romario Shepherd is probably the only player that they wanted to switch up, and they haven't given him the backing that they gave Liam Livingston. So I think they have to play him for a few more games, right? So let's move on to the analysis of the phases. Here in the first 6 overs, which is phase one, you need to be scoring at a very at a very high run rate. You need to be 64 for one or two. Do you think DC has the players to get through to that
Yeah,
66?
they do have the players, but then they have to fire. It's all upon the situation.
So DC's been experimenting with Karun Nair as an opener. How do you think that's going so far, Shane?
It's been a hit or a miss. One match, yeah, he scored a good 30 runs. Last match, yeah, he was trying to be too aggressive and he got out.
So they also have Abhishek Parel, who's a good complement to Karun Nair, and then KL Rahul at three. So if Karun Nair gets out early, it does look like they're going to struggle because KL Rahul likes to take his time initially, right? Uh, so is that a possible place where RCB can come in and really exploit them?
Yeah, even Abhishek Porel also likes to take his time in the start until he gets even to his 50, he goes on slow. Like, of course, he hits his shots, but yeah, he's not that fast of a player.
So I think from RCB's bowling attack when they're facing off against DC, they've been in incredible form. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been extracting a lot of swing. Josh Hazelwood, it's pretty obvious. The previous game against RR, he bowled brilliantly in the last couple of overs, and also Yash Dayal has been pulling his weight for the fact that they've backed him and they've retained him. He's really been pulling his weight. So I think bowling wise, RCB when RCB are bowling and DC are batting. I think RCB has a pretty slight edge here in the power play. While RCB are batting, they have Phil Salt, Devdutt Padikkal, and Virat Kohli as the top three. It's looking very very strong. Uh, from your perspective, is it really something that DC will find easy to do with Mitchell Stark getting someone like Kohli or Phil Salt out?
Yeah, Philip Salt is the X factor for RCB in the power play because Kohli and DDP, both of them are kind of slow in the start. But then once they get on, they become like different beasts. So it's mainly Philip Salt.
What do you think about the fact that Mukesh Kumar has not really been in that great a form in the power play?
Oh,
He has a very high economy rate this year, of close to about 10. Do you think that will change given the form that he's in?
it's I actually don't have any clue about that. It's mainly about look, Mukesh Kumar is a very unpredictable bowler. He's always like in the death he might do something like he'll pull it back at that much belief we have in him. He'll pull it back in the death even though he gives like even a 30 runs in like his first 2 overs. But I believe he'll pull it back in the death.
So I think when we've looked at the fact that both RCB's batting and DC's batting looks pretty similar, two players who like to take a slow start and then one player who really takes on the team. The batting looks pretty even, right? So I think what it comes down to is really which team bowls better in the power play. That's really going to decide. That's really going to decide who comes out on top. Who comes out on top in this phase when you compare the two teams. So probably, I think I would give an edge to RCB at the end of this phase. Shane might not agree. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I would still give the edge to RCB here. The middle overs, you have to go hard through the middle overs. You have to keep the tempo up. So you need to be about 72 for one or two between 8 and 14. So Shane, who are the players in DC that's really going to allow them to bat at that tempo?
Akshar Patel, Tristan Stubbs, KL Rahul. These three are very important
Do you
for
think Abhishek Pural bats into that phase?
Abhishek Porel. He might, if he goes hard into the power play, yeah, he might get out. Like we saw in the first match against RCB, he tried to go from ball one and he got out. So he's 50-50.
So do you think DC's game plan is really not going to be that 66 for one, but more of a 54 or 55, and they try to make it up as the game goes? Or do you think that, okay, if the average score is 66, I want to get there?
I think they're heavily reliant on the middle overs and death overs. They want to score most there. The
Hmm.
power play, I don't think they're going all guns blazing.
It's interesting. So I think it's also about the fact that the two top order batsmen in Abhishek Pural and KL Rahul, they take a very slow start. Typically, what we'll see KL Rahul doing is play about 20 balls at about strike rate of 100, and then you with the blink of an eye, he's at a 60 or a 70 in 40 odd balls. So we know that he's capable of that, but yeah, as you said, I think DC will look to go hard through the middle overs. And that's really what's allowed them to have a lot of success, I feel like, in this IPL. Uh, and that's what pulled them through in that game against RCB in Bangalore, where obviously the power play wasn't great, but the fact that they stood through in those middle overs got them over the line. So RCB have Rajat Patidar, Devdutt Padikkal, Virat Kohli as their middle order players. I don't think they'll go as hard as they do in the power play through the middle overs. Is that really your best chance at picking up wickets with someone like Kuldeep Yadav or Vipraj Nigam?
Yeah, of course. That's and Phil Salt hasn't been hitting against the spinners. Even last time, the last match against RR, he got out to
He got
he
on to
got
one
out
and
to
a half.
Hasaranga, which was poor shot in my opinion. So I believe if Hasaranga can get him out, of course Kuldeep and Akshar can get him out.
So, with that context, do you think one of the spinners will bowl in the power play?
Yeah, I think so. And last time, even though last time Akshar Patel got hit to everywhere on the ground, I feel in Delhi he might have an edge.
And also, it'll be comforting to know that Akshar Patel has been recovering from his injury. It was little known that Akshar Patel actually had an injury. He talked about it in the previous game against who did they play against? They played against, yeah, in the previous game against LSG in the post-match interview. Akshar Patel had said that the reason why he had really pulled himself off bowling too much in this year was because he had a slight injury. So it'll be comforting to know that he's recovered from it, and that's why he bowled that extended phase against LSG. So I think through the middle overs again, DC are looking very good with the bat and the ball. A challenge to that is probably the reinvention of RCB's middle over game, with the ball especially. Someone like Suya Sharma and Kunal Pandya, who initially we thought weren't as capable as the spin attack of DC, they've shown time and time and again that they're really capable of breaking through a middle order and containing the runs. We saw that in the game against RR. We saw that in RCB's previous game where RR were cruising. The run rate was about below 8, and then Krunal Pandya and Shreya Sharma were really able to bring things together. So, do you think they're going to really trouble someone like KL Rahul or Tristan Stubbs?
No, I don't think so. KL Rahul is very good with his feet, of course. Krunal Pandey, if you don't let him settle, he's going to go for an economy about 10 runs. And Suya Sharma, we know Tristan Stubbs is a beautiful sweeper of the ball. And Suya Sharma likes to bowl into his legs. So I don't think it's that big of a concern.
Yeah, so I think we both agree here that DC have a pretty good edge when it comes to the middle overs. Let's also talk about the death overs. The last six again. You need to hit about 70 runs here, 70 to 71. Uh, it's a phase where the bowlers don't really have a lot of support. So a genuine death bowler is required, if not two, to really allow teams to do well in this phase. What we saw Mumbai do, why they got a lot of success here bowling second was the fact that they had a bowler like Bumrah. They had someone like Trent Bolt who came in and nailed his Yorkers. DC having dropped Mohit Sharma and the fact that they haven't picked Natarajan, that's possibly a concern for them, right?
I don't think so because Mohit Sharma doesn't really like bowling Yorkers. He bowls off pace short ball. And if you saw the match against RR, Sandeep Sharma tried to do the exact same thing and he got hit by Tristan Stubb. So I think that's the thought. So that's why they're not playing Mohit Sharma. And Mitchell Stark, hopefully he's like in the form he's in, he'll nail his Yorkers.
Yeah, I think Mitchell Stark had a really good performance against RR. The fact that he got DC to a position where they were able to win the Super Over very comfortably, it really shows the quality that he has. But he's coming up against some genuinely big hitters: Jitesh Sharma, Romario Shepherd, and Tim David. Tim David's been in amazing form. Romario Shepherd hasn't really gotten a chance to prove himself, and Jitesh Sharma has been a bit on and off. But I would still feel like given the extreme power that these three have, and the fact that the Arun Jaitley Stadium is slightly smaller in terms of dimensions, uh, they are capable of taking DC to the cleaners here. Do you think that bringing in Natarajan over Dushmanta Chamira would be an eyes closed perfect call?
I feel a person like Romario Shepherd, he mainly hits on people with brutal pace. Last year, if you saw, he against Delhi, against Andrik Nordgia, was bowling above 145, he was hitting only him. All the other players like Mukesh, who bowls at the 135 and all, he wasn't able to hit them. So yeah, Tim David is a big concern because he's of course in a beautiful form with an average of almost 100 this year. And Jitesh Sharma is a hit or a miss. So I don't know about that.
So overall, Shane, who would you give the edge to in this phase? Do you still think that DC will come out on top?
That yeah, I feel DC will come out on top.
I would actually go the other way. I would probably give RCB the edge in this phase purely because of the fact that Josh Hazelwood is bowled really really well in the death overs. He gave 7 against RR in the previous game, and also Bhuvneshwar Kumar has developed his pace bowling. He's really gotten a lot of slower ones and slower bounces right. Yash Dayal is bowled really well this season. So I think in that aspect, RCB are looking a little bit stronger with just the bowling. But if DC come back and pick Natarajan, I feel like DC will even out with the ball. Now, also the fact that DC's death batting looks a little bit shallow, in my opinion. Ashutosh Sharma and Tristan Stubbs are the real big hitters. Vipraj Nigam doesn't have the power that's kind of required because when the ball gets old, you need a little bit more of
Mm.
power. And Akshar Patel, again, it's really the power aspect. So, is that a cause for concern for you, or do you think that the middle overs, the push that you get is
Mm,
enough?
the main concern here is for the death is how much wickets they have left. Like
Hmm.
if we need a set KL Rahul there, set KL Rahul can hit the ball in any face of the ground. And then Akshar Patel, yeah, Akshar Patel might be like the guy who anchors the middle face because when KL Rahul is taking his time, Akshar Patel can go hit the big shots. So in the death, it's mainly a set KL Rahul, Tristan Stubbs, Ashutosh, and Vipraj. Vipraj, you've seen only one match like where he has really batted, and that match, yeah, he could hit the big shots. You could see that.
Okay, so let's go on to the fantasy draft. Shane, who would you pick as your first player that's going to be your captain for this game?
KL Rahul.
Interesting. So I think I would captain Virat Kohli for this game. It's a game back at Delhi. It's a homecoming match. Yeah, he's not had a lot of success in the past in the at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, but I would still want to captain Virat Kohli today. Who's your vice captain pick?
Kuldeep Yadav.
Kuldeep Yadav. I think I would go with probably Karun Nair. I have a feeling that he's gotten settled in that opening batting position and he's going to come in and score quite a bit of runs today. Your third pick,
Hazelwood.
Josh Hazelwood. So I would probably go for Vipraj Nigam. He's gotten a lot of fantasy points. He's usually the one taking the catches, throwing the runouts, and he just somehow finds a way to contribute to the wicket taking or in some way or the other. So I have to take Vipraj Nigam. Shreyan, your last pick.
Krunal Pandya.
Krunal Pandya. Okay. So I think for my last pick, I would probably go for Tim David. The man's in crazy form. RCB have lost a lot of wickets to the middle phase, so I think he's going to get a good 3 or 4 overs towards the end to hit. So that was the analysis. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.